Hello everybody, how are you? This is Karthik Poovanam. I'm a leadership coach, author and a travel explorer. How are you all doing today? What a wonderful time to be walking and taking a very nice evening walk. And wanted to share a couple of my thoughts with you. When was the last time you and your family members, whomever you consider as your family, you invested so much of your time and you do a propaganda to have family, you go out on a pleasant evening walk where you are simply just walking in harmony, you are discussing things in pleasantness, and you feel a lot of connectedness with nature and with the surroundings and with people involved in your family. How many of you have gone or are going regularly on an evening walk? If you have a son, how many times are you bonding with your son on an evening walk, a pleasant evening walk? If you have a wife, how many times are you going with your wife, your daughter, your wife with a husband? Just think about it. And what is the conversation you're having? It's very important for you to define it. If you don't define it, you will not have access to beautiful views of life. And beautiful views of life are very important when you want to do something very meaningful, when you want to do something very fantastic, when you want to connect deep with people, when you want to connect deep in harmony, you need to associate in pleasantness. And therefore it's very important that you all understand that before you are started propagating family life, have the honesty to ask yourself, okay, am I in a state where I'm able to have great relationships with the people in my home? Am I sleeping with a joyful time with my family? When I think of my family, when I think about things around me, am I feeling harmonious? Am I feeling great? If you are a person who is struggling to pay the fees for your children, if you are worried about their future, if thinking about the future of your daughter or your son is giving you goosebumps, for God's sake, you can do one favor. Don't advise others to have a family. Do not advise anybody to have a family, and in fact tell them that you have done the biggest blunder of your life by having a family. It is one of the greatest honest statements that you can ever make. What? You should say that the greatest blunder I have done was by having a family. You should not be an arrogant fool. A lot of people today are like arrogant fools. Their life is unpleasant. Their relationship with their spouse sucks. The relationship with their children is at their worst levels. There is no rapport between the daughter and the father and the mother. Between the son and the mother and the father, there is absolutely no rapport. Between siblings, there are no rapport. And they are propagating having a family. This is the dangerous crime that is happening unnoticed. And it's time that people take high level of cognizance about what's happening. Because if you are not taking this into your awareness levels, what you're going to manifest in the world is purely a disaster. And it is this extension of disaster which is happening in the form of families, constant reproduction, highly irresponsible and immature reproduction, without understanding a thing about harmonious living, multiplying, disharmony. When you are producing a child, when you're fighting with your wife, all it means is you are multiplying disharmony. Earlier, two people unharmoniously used to live in one home. Now you added one more to the list. And this unharmonious creature which is born will go into the world and cause more disharmony. It may appear cute to you, but it is a disaster to the world in big time. Let's not think about eliminating jealousy, disharmony until and unless we are capable of thinking in a very intelligent manner. It's time that you look within. It's time for a moment you hang your head in shame for what you have done. If you are complaining about your children, first and the most important thing for you to understand is you created them and you've done a wrong thing. That's why you're complaining. Why a wrong thing? Because you could not mold them. They were fresh, absolutely fresh, alive possibilities. But what did you do? You need to question yourself for this. And when you do not do the serious introspection, all that you will have is absolute chaotic disorder. So it's time that you save yourself and also many people from entering into this disaster. When you cannot provide a deep, harmonious vacation where people are enjoying their lives, it's time to not propagate this negative and highly vicious trap where you are projecting having a family as strength. No, having a family is enormous weakness. So much of aspiration, so much of dreams, so much of desires have to be sacrificed. Be honest about it. Next time when you are posting a picture of your son, your daughter and your wife, or your wife is posting, if you are a wife, you're posting a picture of your husband, your daughter, your son, or you have only daughters, or if you only have sons, if you're posting one, that projected fake picture of a happy family, be honest while you're taking that selfie click, how many moments of this joy happens in this whole week or whole year or from the time your child has been born. The moments are extremely, extremely limited. Be honest. Do not project a fake impression that having a family is a joyful time. Majority of people who have family simply complain, crib, and they make each other feel guilty. And they want to dump loads of responsibility on each other. And only when your children are going to fulfill that responsibility, you will give them a label that they are good or they are worthy. This is not something that is healthy. Think about it. Have a great time. This is Karthik Poovanam, and I'm going to enjoy this wonderful time because I've decided not to marry, have only a lover, and just enjoy my time, not bring a child to the planet and cause suffocation. My inner child is active, let me enjoy it. I could not enjoy my childhood, so I'm enjoying my teenage, I'm going to enjoy, keep enjoying my life. The moment this realization comes, you can keep enjoying, because you have the grace of Lord directly shining on your head. For me, it's Jai 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 Balaji. You can also say Jai 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 Balaji.